The market moves lower after the Fed. Is it down to stay? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so after the Fed meeting, the market chopped around before ultimately moving lower, taking out Tuesday's low but holding last week's low. As long as they stay above that low, they can push higher, but the bulls' backs are against the wall. I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with that push lower, the market does need to hold last week's low in order to keep its bullish posture. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And we have been talking about this move off of the low back here being the start of wave 5, up of 3. And we had a wave 1 in place. And we did need to see a wave 2 pullback. And so far, we have held the support level for that wave 2 pullback. Now, it did come below the 764, which is kind of a warning sign for the bulls, but as long as they can hold above this low right here at 68.75, as long as they hold above that, they can still push higher in this bullish count that we've been talking about. So what we look for here is you got your wave 1 up, you have an A, B, C down. Okay, and we look for the start of 3 up with a wave 1 of 3. That would come up to the 41.44 to 41.61 area. Then you look for 2 of 3 down, and then 3 of 3 should break out to the 42.46 area, and then one more pullback, and then up, and all of 3, which would take us toward the 4,300 area. And then we look for another pullback and push higher. So as long as the bulls can hold last week's low, then we do still have this bullish posture to the upside, and we would look for a 1-2 setup to break out back through that resistance level. The reason I don't love the move down is we would expect it to be impulsive, and while I do have a 5-wave count on here, this wave 4 is way too high in general. We did have a very extended wave 3, so you could see a little bit of a higher wave 4, but it technically didn't invalidate it, didn't get into wave 1 territory, but it is not a typical wave 4, which gives me hesitancy to call this a impulsive move down, and it's more likely an ABC type move down, as they did come up just short of the 1.0 down here. At the 40, 60, or 76 area. So if that is the case, we would call this a mini wave 1 down or a micro wave 1 of a bigger wave 1 of 3. And then you would look for a bounce and then a very big sell-off from there, taking us more directly lower. Either targeting 39.50, and if that doesn't hold, then we would look to 3,800 next, and if 3,800 doesn't hold, then it's look out below and a big fall off in that major C wave we've been talking about. So last October, I told you we should be heading to around the 4,300 range. When we were down around 3,500, we got to the 4,210 range or 4,208. We have not quite gotten to 4,300, but we did get 700 of the 800 points I called for, and we're still not done. We still do have a bullish posture. I would like to see them hit that 4,300 target, as it is the 618 retrace of the move down from the highs, the all-time highs, and that's a typical B wave target. And then we would look for that C wave down we've been talking about. So still looking for one more push higher to complete the overall pattern here, and then looking for a dive lower after that. Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, on the NASDAQ, it's been playing by the rules a little bit better than the ES has. It has a nice clean 5 waves up here. Then you have an ABC pattern down that hit the 1.0, and this could be all of wave 2 here. It is a little bit shallow, but we've been talking about that for a little bit. And if this is our wave 2, we have a 5-wave move up in wave 1 of 3. We got our move down in wave 2 of 3, and we'd be looking for a breakout in 3 of 3, and that would be confirmed with a move over the 13,453 area. If we can get a move that breaks through 13,453 in a direct manner, we should be targeting the 13,702 area. And then from there, we'd look for a pullback and then another push up towards 13,904 and ultimately 14,106 to complete the move. So the NASDAQ is still sitting better than the ES. It has been for a long time. It's still in a much more bullish posture. It's not nearly as close to its low from last week as the ES is. And so with that, the NASDAQ does have a more bullish potential structure. And the NASDAQ has been leading, so we're kind of looking to that. They would also be looking in the bearish count to break last week's low down around 12,800. If they can break through that, the next target would be 12,500. If they can't hold 12,500, then we could be in a lookout below moment. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there and make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We just started our training material, and our first course is our Elliott Wave for Beginners course, and it's Elliott Wave the way I use it and teach it. It comes with both memberships, and in our Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as day trading, individual stocks, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, key takeaways for today. We are looking for the bulls to hold the support low here. If they cannot hold last week's low, we should be seeing 39.50 in a more direct manner. However, if they can hold this low and push higher up toward 41.61, we should see a small pullback after that. And then if they can break out over the 41.81 area, that could be an indication we're on our way in wave 3 up toward the 42.50 area in the next move higher. Over on the NASDAQ's playing by the rules much better. It has a much more bullish setup in a 1-2 of 3 already. Then we would look for the next move to break over the 13.453 range. If they can do that, that's a strong indicator we're in our 3 of 3. And we'll be on our way to 13.702. However, if they do break down below last week's low around 12,800, that is a strong sign that we would look at 12,500 next, and if they can't hold there, it's lookout below. Guys, that is the market update for today. May the 4th be with you.